Alright, here we go. Making some homemade bacon. First thing we do, pick up our pork belly. I like to trim a little of this textured fat stuff off. It's just not really anything we're going to want to eat. Everybody likes the flavor of fat. Nobody really likes to eat the fat. I shouldn't say nobody. On a good steak, I like a little bit of that. Some of the sear. But for the bacon, there's plenty of fat in here, so get rid of some of this stuff. Even on the ends, so I like to take this stuff later on. We'll do some other recipes. Use the ends, the not so sexy looking pieces, to give us some real good bacon flavor and some hop and john or succotash or something like that. So, in the meantime, just trim off a little bit of this outside fat. If you haven't checked out the recipe yet, make sure you do. Gather up all your ingredients. I put mine into one of these mason jars with the lid I got off of Amazon, so I like to give it a good shake. That coarse salt tends to stay on top, so I do like to shake it a fair bit. So I want to give her a good coat. We want every single centimeter of this covered. We're going to stick it. It's going to go in the fridge for a week. And brine it. So you're going to notice a lot of liquid start to come out of it in that bag. So I use those big Ziploc bags you can find in the link. You can get them on Amazon. I buy mine I'm cheap, so I buy mine at the local dollar store. But there is a link to the Amazon one. Make sure you check that out. So we want to give this a good hard coat. We want to pat it in a bit. I want to make sure it's going to stick. So, you may have noticed in the ingredients, but optional, a little bit of jalapeno powder. It's not going to make it super spicy, it just does give it one more little depth of flavor. So if you try it, give that a go. You can put in chipotle, cayenne. If you're feeling real freaky, put a little ghost pepper in there. Want to keep it a little sweeter, maybe add a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of maple, a little bit more maple because I'm using that cure from Cabela's. Alright, so I think we got that patted in. Now we're going to do a little flip. As you can see, I laid down a bunch of parchment paper. I like to try to contain my mess. It's not working so well today, but we're going to try anyways. Now we're over to the other side. This is the side I really want to let it sit on. So after the video ends, I'm going to just throw it in a bag. I'll show you some pictures of the final shot when it is done. That will help you to contain your mess. If you don't have a hotel pan or anything like that, it makes it a little easier to work with in the fridge. It doesn't quite take up so much space. Now you notice the bacon, like I said, we are going to pat it in. Normally that's not something I do with a big piece of meat. But with this, because it's going to get put in the fridge and forgot about for 24 hours at a time, I am going to pat it in. I want to get as much of this as I can. Even the edges, this is where all the extra flavor is going to come from. All that salty, cured goodness. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, so here you can see we got it in the bag. Alright, so we got it in the bag. give it a fold over. Push a bunch of the air out of the bag. And that's that. So we're going to put it in our fridge. And we're going to try, aim for every 24 hours. If you're off by a few hours, that's fine. But we'll give her a flip over. Or you're going to tear in the bag. Well, I'm going to put her in a new bag. And you get the idea. Cheers. Alright, here we go. Time to slice the pork belly. Get a little push down. This stuff on the end is going to go into some bacon ends. That'll go into some Hoppin' John or succotash. Alright, nice long strokes. Try to get all the way through the bottom, unlike me. Oh, this is going to be good. Hit the cast iron shortly. Oh, cure, you can see went all the way through. Alright, well, I'm going to keep slicing the rest of this. Stay tuned for the frying.